well, welcome back to another episode of the Blazer Victory Podcast. John Duncan here, and of course, I'm joined as always with my co-host Darion Smith, Jimmy Marion, and guys, it just wasn't meant to be this evening as UAB falls to FAU in the Conference USA Championship game, 78-56. It was not close. Owls led by 19 at the half. We got on Twitter and did a quick Twitter space. Appreciate all of you. I think there were like 30 people or so that got on. I definitely appreciate all you, Trey, everybody that spoke. Appreciate all of you guys. But hey, it was a good run while it lasted. I still don't want to see any North Texas fans talking, smack on Twitter. But hey, guys, we said this last night. FAU, hell of a ball team. And UAB, let's just be real here. The energy just was not there from the get-go. When we started missing those first couple shots, it's just like everybody dropped their head and it was over with.
You know what the telltale sign was for me, man, when KJ Buffin couldn't finish through contact.
Yes.
And then he got that cheap foul out of frustration, and then was it an offensive foul he got right after that, or no, it was another defensive foul and he got took out. I'm like, yeah, this is a bad sign. I think that was when you first started getting down around double digits in there, and our guys, we just seemed like, I don't know, like it seems like we had all that smoke for Tyler Perry in North Texas, and then I don't know, man. FAU came out like they wanted it, like they were ready for it, and they came out. They were playing fast. The ball really zipped around. They really sped us up, and it's like we stopped thinking. We turned into that old team, back in the mid-season where it's like that WTF, what are we doing type of team.
Yeah.
And the shots were just driving me up a wall, like these ISO ball. Ty Brewer mid-range, like what is that, bro? Like, or we'll get the jelly three. We'll get the jelly three that's highly contested. I don't know, man. I don't know. It had me stressed out. It was a horrible offense, which led to bad defense. They put up 46 points in the first half. So somebody, it was we got out rebounded by 14. Like we could just keep going down the list. Like, how Jimmy, you had all of those checks for the last game.
Hey, he's got it ready. He's got it ready.
He was like, check. I was like, I don't see a check that can go in our favor. This is horrible.
Yeah, no doubt. I like to try to put things in perspective a little bit. We talked about FAU is a really good basketball team. They entered today ranked 29 and Ken Palm ranked 15. That obviously they're having a historic season, so we knew it was going to be a grind, right? And also, something that we'll say is that for a while back, we had lost 5 out of 6 games. If you guys recall that, so if you would have asked me during that run where we were losing, those games, if we were going to get to the conference championship, I would have certainly told you, let's take it, even if it was a loss like this, because one thing I'll say is that we talked about yesterday, right, with the smoke between Perry and Jelly, and we talked about it after the game, and our body language looked like yesterday was our Super Bowl, and I hate to say it, but that's what it looked like to me. And when you think about FAU and you look at the trends, FAU going into this game this year was 24-0 when they won the rebounding battle. When we played at FAU, I believe the deficit was 9 for us on the boards, and we lost that game in overtime or double overtime, whatever it was. Then when we played them at Bartow, we won the rebounding battle by 8. And then the only other conference loss that FAU had was at Middle Tennessee. They also lost the rebounding battle in that game by 8. So we knew that was going to be a point of emphasis coming into the game, and we struggled. Another trend line that we were thinking about coming in the game is just the assist. So in 29 out of 33 contests for FAU this year, they won the assist battle against the opponent, and they were 27-2 in those games. And y'all saw it tonight. They were moving the ball. Darion referenced it. They were moving the ball around. How many open threes did they have? Let's be honest. That could have been worse. You know, like they missed a lot of open threes. They're a high volume shooting team. So, you know, when you look at those things, what are our areas, you know, things to focus on going in the game? We truly did just have a really difficult performance, and that speaks to why the outcome is what it was.
Hey, Jimmy, you spoke to the assists. Do you know the number of assists that we had? I am pretty sure it's a season low. I haven't even looked at the. I am almost positive that's a season low.
Yeah, it was. Looking at our assist number, I think we ended with
no
3.
way.
Is that 3?
3 assists for the whole game?
3. I mean,
3 assists, yo.
Wow. On
That,
20.
I can almost guarantee you. Like, I don't have to look at the rest of the season.
That's on 20 made. So on 20 made field goals, we had 3 assists. So what that tells me, Darion, is that, you know, there was some talk, as there should be, about offensively what we were doing. And even when we were scoring the ball, it was one-on-one or drives to the basket. It wasn't the fluidity of the offense that we could have certainly hoped for to get everybody involved, you know, in the way that we have been throughout this winning streak.
Bro, this is depressing, John. Sad.
Man, hey, look, I'm so y'all go on Twitter, at Blazer Pod. So we posed the question, like, y'all want us to cover the NIT? Like, I mean, y'all can say no. It ain't gonna hurt my feelings at all. A shout out to Welcome to UAB just said spring football is a fun topic. You know we're gonna be covering that. With some more
honestly, spring football, man. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what else to say, guys.
Well, I mean, if we can just talk a little bit about the NIT. Obviously, there's going to be a selection show tomorrow night, and it's not the selection show that we wanted to be a part of. All right, so we get that. At the same time, it's been quite some time since we've been positioned to where if we did not make the NCAA tournament, that we had the opportunity to play in the NIT. Okay, so that speaks to how we were able to end the season to be positioned there. And just looking at a few projections here, we were looking at it a few moments ago. I see projections of 2 seed. I see projection of 3 seed. If you get a top 4 seed, that means you get to host a game. Will Birmingham come out and support, you know, a game NIT? I hope so. You know, one thing I'm thinking about. I hope so. You know, when you're a 3 or 4 seed, if we're lucky enough to be that in the NIT, you're likely going to be hosting, call it a UC Irvine or a Southern Miss. Think about that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, bring them back in here.
Bring those mustard buzzards back in here.
That's right. Give it to them again. So I would say just one note on the NIT. I hope that we are extended a bid. I hope that we accept, and I hope that we get an opportunity to have one more game with these 6 seniors in Bartow Arena, because I just can't think of the fact of going out KJ Buffin having 0 points, 5 fouls in his last game, to have Jelly shoot whatever it was, 6 of 20. You know, there are some other statistics out there. The Brewer brothers, I think Ty had 10, but I would love the opportunity to get that taste out of our mouth and just kind of go into that off season with a little bit better of a feeling than what we just witnessed and felt tonight.
Yeah, I think, you know, UAB hadn't made the NIT since the 2015 or 2016 season. So, I mean, it's been a while. I mean, I know, hey, I hear a lot of Blazer fans right now saying, you know, we don't care about the NIT. I get that. The goal was NCAA tournament or bust. But like Jimmy just said, if we can host an NIT tournament, hopefully Birmingham will show out and give these seniors another chance to play in Bartow. And I mean, guys, let's be real though. Like, are all the seniors going to want to play in the NIT? You know, that's kind of a discussion that we had earlier. Like, I mean, is Jelly going to play in the NIT? I would hope so. I mean, don't get me wrong, I want him to, but I mean, is it a risk? Like, you know?
Well, you know, it's a little different than football. You know, you only got so many slots in basketball, and I don't think nobody on our team is like a for sure, you know, high draft pick like Bangkok or Brandon Miller or somebody like that. We don't have that, you know. So, but I would love to. I would love to.
Forgot we're on video for a minute. Well, they can't hear.
Nah,
A podcasting
we
is
ain't
a
gonna talk
visual
about.
medium. Yeah.
Yeah, man. But y'all made me lost. I lost my
Hey,
train
we
of
gotta
thought.
find some entertainment. Hey, we got.
You're
Hey.
saying it's not like we got anybody that's projected to go in the NBA draft.
Even Jelly's not. I mean, is he
Well,
a lot?
I think Jelly he can carve out a niche. I feel like as a bench scorer, a guy that can come off the ball, and if he can really tap into his defensive potential that he has. If he can, be a ball pressure guard, of course he'll have size deficiencies, but he's a guy, if you give him an inch of space, we know what he can do, and he's a good shot creator, and his game is well suited for the NBA offensively. If he can have court vision, if he can just really find a role on defense, I feel like he can be a good pickup and a productive NBA player with a lengthy career. He has to follow a niche just because of his size, and his ceiling will be limited. But I just hated how that game went. All props to FAU. This was not on the real.
No hate with us. Yeah, we said yesterday. We said yesterday. We respect FAU. So
yeah, they were the best team in conference. They proved it. They proved it again. So I mean, they sped us up. They were way more physical. I did not expect to be out rebounded like the way we were. Like especially the offensive rebounds we were giving up, ridiculous. But another, it was so many like moments in the game that just like represents the game in a whole nutshell. Ty Brewer is 6'7", maybe a solid what you guys say, 225, 220,
215, that's
215, 220. Okay, Jonell Davis is 6'4", $175.
I thought that was LeBron. I thought he's
that's LeBron, man.
Jonell Davis ISO Ty Brewer on the block, bagged him down, and did like a Hakeem Olajuwon like jump hook. I was like, what? And like little moments like that just let me know, like, oh yeah, man, it's a wrap. Like that's what we doing. That's what we giving up. Like how physical and are we? And then when we were giving up, like we were down 12-15, we were giving up like 3 offensive rebounds in one position. I'm like, this is not a team that's hungry enough. Like, where's the desire? I don't know if it was fatigue. Let me take that back. I know these guys desired it. I mean, they desired it more than we do. Come on. So I'm not going to question our team's desire. I just think mentally that we got defeated early and they were able to get in our heads and we made us second guess ourselves. That's what I think. And nobody was confident. Like, was Javian Davis going up? He got blocked, and all Victor Golden did was just hold up his hands. You know what I'm saying? Like we've seen Javian Davis be a physical beast this whole year, and I'm like, I don't remember.
He didn't score. I was thinking that Javian didn't score, and he didn't score.
He didn't get to the line. He's good at getting to the line. Nothing.
Yep.
And
one shot.
And that's what's so crazy is because going in this game, we had played FAU twice. In the first game at FAU, he was 6 of 9 from the field. I think he had 15.7 rebounds. In the game at Bartow, he was plus 19 in 18 minutes. So when he was on the court, UAB outscored FAU by 19 points when he was out there. So he was somebody coming into the game that I truly expected to give us that production off the bench to really help us out. And that just wasn't the case tonight.
They were way more physical.
Yeah.
I think it just got in our heads, man.
Volume. I mean, you look at Gaines, too. He took 15 shots, 4 of 15, 0 of 5 from 3. He was active. He had 5 steals, certainly.
Got a highlight dunk.
He did. Yeah, he did over over Golden, I think it was, right?
Yeah.
Golden had 4 blocks. It's
awful, man. And you look, this is something that Brad kind of brought up. we were watching the game, and you look at the second half, and UAB really did not take it inside the paint until there was like 7.5 minutes left. Like,
what was the ending? It was at some point we were getting outscored in the paint by like 20, right?
It was like 20.
And one thing for me, we sat in the Twitter space and we said, hey, in the second half, we have to get off to a good start, right? And then the second half, or was it the first possession, FAU gets an offensive rebound. Was it Martin? Speaking of highlight dunks, just offensive rebound. And it's like, no, like that's exactly the opposite of what we needed. And we got it down to 15? I think it was like 51-36 or something like that. And I was like, okay, if we get it down 15 points at 15 minutes, 12 points at 12 minutes, 10 points at 10 minutes. And they got right back up to 19 again. So it was just rough, man.
It was like another moment I'm thinking that was like, yeah, it's over with. Jamie and Davis got it in the post. Work your thing. Like you go to work. We need these points. You are a calming force on offense for us. You are a go get your bucket. 1-on-1 was starting to go. He passed it to Tony.
Was that the air ball 3?
Yes, it was. And and this is nothing against Tony.
No. Hey, but Tony, hell of a defense. Hey,
love Tony.
Yeah.
But this is like you are sliding him in the wrong spot. Like as Javian Davis, like, oh, here you go, open shot. Like what? That's not jelly. Like, did you just see the wrong person? I guess Tony was like, hey, F it. Hey, I'm putting it up. He put it up and it went right back down to somebody's hands. It didn't hit the rim. Like, I was like, why did we do that? And we did it again. We tried to go back to Javian Davis in the post. And we came back down. I was like, why is Tony on the strong side as a release why isn't that Ladarius Brewer in that corner? All they did was hip off of him. The player dug down and it was a turnover. I don't know, man. I don't know. It was just kind of like, yeah. That's what we was faced with, bro. And props to FAU again. Physical, fast, connected, smart. I can't do video pods with these dudes, man.
See, there's a reason we
fools, man.
All right, y'all got anything else here? We wrap.
Hey, I just want to say shout out to John for hosting us in the BVP, man cave here. It was a hell of a season, hell of a ride. So just want to say kudos to you, John and Darion, and just appreciate the opportunity to come along with the ride. I thoroughly have enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward to many more podcasts to come.
Plenty of more opportunities. Right. Yes, we will.
Yeah.
Football season. Hey, well.
Hey, you know what time it is? I guess what? We undefeated in football. Let's go.
Yeah. Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Hey, it don't stop. We keep rolling, baby. At the end of football season, when we say jelly time, yeah. So now, hey, Dilf gang, we're here, going undefeated. We gonna beat Memphis. We gonna beat UTSA. We gonna beat Tulane. We gonna make it to the playoffs. Jacob Zeno, Heisman candidate. Let's go. What did John say? We doing it all, baby.
Georgia Southern. Yeah. Hey, I'm talking about Georgia Southern, man. Hey.
Hold on. What happened with Georgia Southern? Am I missing something?
No. I had said we're going to beat Georgia, and I said Georgia Southern.
Oh. Hey, listen, we going down to Athens. We are beating Georgia. Let's go. We doing it all.
John L. Davis on Georgia football.
We're going to bring John L. on the football team. Hey, come on, John L. Hey.
We need John L. Davis, bro. Like, yeah, man, we already on to the, unless we're going to see where we land in the NIT. Hopefully we get that game, and we're going to be at that game if we able to host one in Birmingham. Because, like you said, Jelly and KJ, Trey, and all of these seniors, bro, like they were special. They're special to the city of Birmingham. So
definitely. All right, guys, that is a wrap on our last Conference USA tournament. Thank the Lord. But UAB does fall to FAU 78-56. And guys, Blazer Victory Podcast will be back to see what happens in the NIT. If you guys vote on that Twitter poll, again, at BlazerPod on Twitter, let us know your thoughts. You want us to cover it, we'll continue covering it. But until next time, go Blazers.
John, don't act like you wasn't in tears yesterday because you're going to miss Judy so much.
Judy McLeod riding in that Jeep. Hey, good riddance. I wish I could have stayed to see if Judy presented the trophy to FAU with a smiling face. She did. Oh, she did? With a smile. Oh, Brad Cummings making his appearance on the Blazer Victory podcast, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen.
Judy watch.
Judy watch, yes. All right. Darion, send us out, man.
Blazer Nation. We tried the ride, but our car was on E. But still, let's walk.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.